What's going on, everyone? I'm doing an impromptu live stream because I was going to um, film this, and I am going to start something called the Repatriation Development League, something like that, right? Don't worry, it's going to be free, and it's pretty much, I think that developing people before they come to the continent of Africa, to have some things in place before you make the jump. I think it's necessary that we start trying to develop people with the interest in coming to Africa versus just making a huge leap. I think we're seeing a lot of failures in the diaspora when people just do that. But I did a video with Expat Assist. I want to publicly thank them because Tina did a really good job on being very thorough as to what is needed to get legal in Uganda. All right. And most people appreciated it, but I felt like there were people who felt like the $50,000 minimum was just too much. All right. 50,000 for a small business, $100,000 to have an investor's license. And a lot of people said that most people don't have that kind of money. All right. Well, this is going to be a tough pill to swallow because I think that, if a person wants to come to the continent and there's like Ghana's like $500,000, you're going to have to look at the current country as an NBA team. Okay. And for those of you who like sports, the teams that win want the people that can help them the most. All right. We got to put personal feelings aside. It's not about the diaspora coming home. It's not about blacks returning back to Africa. That's not business. That doesn't help the GDP. That doesn't help get people out of poverty. All right. That doesn't create jobs. So what African countries have to do is that African countries, unfortunately, have to weed people out. All right. This is business. And many countries have come down from the mark. I know the East African community, Kenya is willing to work with people. Uganda is willing to work with people. West Africa is a little bit more expensive. But everybody wants the best people that they have working with them and working for them. All right. The NBA players, they're looking to get the best players, the best talent. Best talents win championships. All right. It's the same thing operating in countries. The people with the most capital and with the most experience, they win championships. All right. They do the most development. Now, a lot of people look at this very emotionally. Well, $50,000 is too much. Listen, let me explain this. I've spent $30,000 on equipment in just the last 60 days. All right, you can come in. Sorry. Just the last 60 days. $30,000. All right. This Oris 4th generation RAM, it's a little box. This is $500. All right. Right here, $500. This little thing. This is $250. This is just $750 right here. That's just one of the things. You guys saw I put the podcast mics up there, all of that. And the thing about it is that that's just to do the business. We're not even talking about having that in your account. We're talking about to even do it, to hire people, to get the space. $50,000 is nothing. $100,000 is nothing. You got to understand what it takes for you to get into the continent of Africa. It's nothing. $50,000 is the bare minimum. So when Uganda asks you to have $50,000, they're not asking for a lot. Like a lot of people are taking this personal. That's really, if I was the president of Uganda, you guys would be mad at what I would ask you for, because that's that's the minimum. So let me deal with the Charles and Brother Bougie talks. This guy saws Israel doesn't charge Jews to come home. You sound crazy. Now let me deal with this brother's argument. Right? I hear that often. Number one, Israel is one country. Africa is 54. All right. But also, most Jews, if you want to talk about it, the European Jews, who they would be that for the most part, most Jews don't have a money problem. They're the most united community. They run hip hop. They run YouTube. They run a Facebook, right? Zuckerberg is a Jew. Jews have money. So when you're talking about I sound stupid, they don't have to worry about a problem because those people who are coming back to Israel already have a very tight-knit community. They're, so having a minimum on them doesn't make sense. They have the money. Their community is more intact. They have the money. Everywhere you go, European Jews or Jews everywhere, they have money. They stick together. So they run porn. They run everything. So what you're talking about, you're trying to say, well, they don't charge the money, but they're in a much different financial situation than everybody else. So if that sounds crazy to you, then you're really not, you're not comparing apples to oranges. They have money. Exactly. They got reparations. So you're dealing with a group that's very business savvy. They are ahead of technology. They have a great military. They have help from people. They run media. So you're talking about groups of people that are very successful in medicine and all these other things. All right. So you're coming from a different financial advantage. So they don't have to talk about money. The money is already there. They teach their children to solve these problems already. It's not like us who we've been dismantled and, you're trying to come back to Africa, find out where you're from. We're in a different situation. So I get what you're saying, brother. And I don't take any offense to that. But you're dealing with two different things. Okay? My job here and what I'm trying to do on the continent is help you the best I can achieve the $50,000 you can get, whether you save it, whether you work some jobs to get it, whether you do something. I don't know. My job is to try to help you. That's all I can do. My job is try to help you. I'm doing the best that I can to go out. I'm getting I don't think anybody else is doing this. I'm actually going out into the industry, people who actually do this, and I'm giving this information out for free. I have another meeting, hopefully, with a branding company to talk about how brands move. And he said, I'm trying to do the best that I can. But what I need people to do is work with me. Okay. If I'm going to get out here and do this stuff, then at least, if you don't appreciate it, fine. All right. But at least know that these countries are trying to work with brothers and sisters. $50,000 is what you need to have in your account. This is not that you need to put $50,000 into the country. $50,000 is what they're asking for if you want residency. Because the thing about it is, what if something happens and you don't have any money? If you don't have $50,000, how are you going to start the business here? And I'm going to tell you, you need more than that. I told you I spent $30,000 in the last 2 months. I got people that I have. So you need to be able to have these things if you really want to do stuff on the continent of Africa. It's just the truth. All of this, I hear a lot of brothers and sisters, well, we should get instant things like the Jews. People that are talking like that, what it shows me is, number one, you don't have the money. Number two, you're not coming. That's what it shows me. I'm sorry. I'm not saying it to be mean. But you need to meet these stipulations, not only for the country you're going to, but for yourself. Okay? You need to meet this for yourself. because it's easy for you to run out of money here. You need to be prepared to hit that 50 or that 100, and you're gonna need to have much more than that to keep it going. All right, you can come in. You're gonna have to have that. And if you don't have it, then what can we do to help you get it? I mean, do you need to drive Uber? Do you need to start the podcast? Do you need to work from home? Maybe this takes you some time. Now, what you can do is this. If you're a person, you want to come and you want to live in Africa for like a year, what people do is they can come. There's a 90-day visa rule, right? So let's say if you come to Kenya or you come to Uganda, you stay 90 days. Those are our editors, guys. You stay 90 days. You leave for a day, you come back. South Africa does that. Botswana does that. So if you stay 90 days, leave for a day, come back. People do that all the time. All right? But if you want to get legal, and I want to talk about this because there's a conversation that's going on where, well, you don't need to come in and be legal because the Chinese are doing it. Or you don't need to come in and be legal because the Lebanese are doing it. Let me tell you something. When I started doing Club Kinganda, I had no choice, all right, but to be legal. The reason why is this. Once the local TV station started inquiring with the DJs of who I was and because if I'm not here legally, and although my passport, I got extended. If you're having success here and you're cutting in on the market and you're not legal, they're gonna put you out. The elites are not gonna let you come over here illegally and run the tables. All right? It's not gonna happen. The government is not gonna let you do it without paying taxes. You can't do that. What if you come over here and I'm not legal, but you got a business, your business making $1,000 a day? And the elite and somebody in that industry that you're competing with finds out. You're gone. They're going to get you out. Now, if you're a person that doesn't want to see $50,000, want to pay it, just stop. Don't comment on this video. All right? Naysayers, I'm just going to start blocking you. I work too hard on this particular channel. And I'm going to tell you, okay? Because my other channel, and I'm not to be mean, my other channel, I could just put something up and make a lot of money. This I try to do for the love. But one thing that I'm not going to do is get out there in the rain, be stuck in traffic, going out here meeting people for negative people to say, oh, well, that's too much. Or that's too. I can just go back to my main channel and do that. If that's the case. I don't want to hear people crying and whining, and I just don't want to hear it. I'm sorry. I give my best effort. The team gives their best effort in what we try to do. The very best. I don't half-ass anything for you guys. Whatever, I don't ask for any money. I do the best that I can on this content. The very best. I give my best effort every day. And for people who just disagree, I'm sorry. I just won't. You'll be blocked. That's how it has to be, because what you're doing is you're dampening the spirit of many people who are serious. All right? You're dampening the spirit of people who are serious. You're dampening my spirit, and negative people, I just don't understand. If you don't want to do it, just leave. Don't come to those videos. Come to the videos where we're doing Club Kinganda. Come to the other videos because that video is not for you. It is what it is. If the country of your choice wants $50,000 in your bank account and you want to repatriate there, that's what you need. If a country doesn't have that and you can go there and with like $5,000 or $10,000 and you want to just roll the dice, go there. Nobody's going to cater to, nobody's going to lower the amount for you. And I don't think they should have to do so. $50,000 is not asking for a lot of money. Look, you want to get a license here, all right, make sure you have $50,000 in your account. It's not that they're saying that you need to give them $50,000. Just show us you have $50,000. If you want an investor's license, make sure you have $100,000 in your account. That's all I want to see. That investor's license says what? You don't have to pay taxes. Well, what about the Asians? Well, what about shut up. Honestly. All right. I have to follow the rules too. Okay? I've been coming here. I've come here 11 different times. Left and went back. SW1's in the chat. She'll tell you. All right? 11 different times. I've spent multiple thousands of dollars, almost $100,000. All right? I don't ask anybody for money. I've planned out what I do very, very well. And that's why I can buy all new equipment and all new things, because I've been coming for so long and we're profitable now. So I don't have to work. I can do, I've been here 8 times. If a country's asking you for $50,000, get the 50. If they're asking you for 100, get the 100. If they're asking you for 500,000 and you want to be there and be legal as a business there, get the 500,000. Seriously. You would do the same thing you would do for a down payment on a house. You would do the same thing you do for a down payment on a car. When it comes to coming back to the continent of Africa, not all of a sudden you don't have the energy. Either you're going to have the energy or you're not. All right? That's it. And then people were telling me like, well, you need to make another video so you could talk about cheaper things than that options. There is no cheaper option than that, because do you know what? People have to have standards. Okay? Countries on the continent of Africa have to have standards. If you've never been here and lived here, then you won't understand. But they cannot just say, oh, well, you get a citizenship and you get a citizenship and you get a citizenship and you get a citizenship, simply because you know what? You're black. You're an African. So you're going to be able to get all the rights and everything because everybody else has the same rights. They can't do that. Hypothetically, that sounds good, but it's just not feasible. And I need you brothers and sisters to understand that. The East African Union, in my opinion, is trying to help as many brothers and sisters as they can. They're being as flexible as they can in comparison to ECOWAS regions. They're being very, very, very flexible. Okay? So for those of us who are here from the diaspora, that's trying to be on your behalf, let us help you. Okay? Like all the crying and complaining, it's not going to be good. I'm not going to deal with that. I'm not going to tolerate that on my channel. Don't want it. I'm only going to say this once. I'm not busting my ass on the behalf of people for you to cry and complain. Take it somewhere else. Either you want to do this or you don't. If you don't want to do it, get off my channel. That's it. Go somewhere else. Seriously. You don't belong here. The door is there. People who are serious about working with each other, working there, trying to achieve something for themselves are going to make it happen. The people who are not going to make it happen, I will block you. I'm not going to go back and forth with you in the comment section about the fact that they should lower because Israel. No, go to Israel then. Every African country is going to tell you no. Do you have $50,000? And it's usually for your own safety. You should want to have that money if you want to come here. And if you can't come here right away, you can still work towards that. You don't have 50,000 right now, but that don't mean that you won't have 50,000 next year or 2 years from now. Things can change for you. You can still be doing stuff. You can still save money. All right. You can still set up something in America that you might have a podcast that might blow up. You don't know. You can come out with something that the continent is green. There are things you might be able to do from home that social media or content related for the continent of Africa that might make you $100,000 next year. You might find the right person in just one of these streams you might do that if you're serious. And you might get the money. So just because you don't have it right now, that doesn't mean that you won't have it. I didn't have it when I first started. But I worked at it. I sacrificed, I worked at it. Now you have Ken Ghana where it is today. I busted my ass to do this. Blood, sweat, and tears. All right? If I have to do it, you got to do it. Everybody got to do it. If you don't want to do it, then just don't do it. Now, somebody talked about 401k. I don't know. Talking to the expert assist. I have no idea about 401k. But what I want to tell you is this. Countries are looking to work with you as you're looking to work with them. All right? The crying, the, well, what about this and what about that? You're not serious. Just not. Because what can happen is you can get $6,000, $8,000, $10,000, or you come with $5,000, and next thing you know, you're homeless. That's just the truth. You come here and you don't have enough money, you don't have enough planning, you're going to suffer. You'll suffer very, very, very. And if you have no help, this is not the place you want to be. A lot of people, 80 to 90% of people come here and go back. All right? It takes a lot of planning. So, in my opinion, the continental countries are not making it that difficult because the thing about it is this: the Chinese, the whites, they have this money. African Americans can have this money too. All right? What's up, Brother Jay Shine? This whole show and this whole thing that I'm coming up with next month, I'm rolling it out. The Repatriation Development League. All right? It's my G League for anybody who watches the NBA. It's the G League. So you know what the G League is? It's right before you get to the NBA. So for people who are serious, I won't even charge you any money for this. I'll do this I'll outline this from what I believe. I'll work with people that I know that's successful. The Repatriation Development League. We will try to help develop people as much as possible, and working with other people who have already done this to give you the most information and the advice, so that before you get here or any country of your choice, you have a lot of information on what you can work with. I'll work with Expat Assist. I'll try to push this to the government, but I'm not going to try to push this to people who don't want to do what they're supposed to be doing. I just can't. And I don't want to waste my time doing it if people are not going to take it serious. I'm just not going to do that. But you have to attack this from a logical mindset. $50,000 is minimal money. I told you I spent $30,000 in the last 2 months just on equipment. I'm not even talking about paying for example, every Club Kinganda show. Want to know how much it cost me to do it? Everyone. And that's a show that's not even monetized. Has no way of getting the money back. Every show cost me this. All said and done. 450 USD. So multiply that by 4. 450 USD times 4 is $1,800 for what you see for 20 minutes of a show for free. That's $1,800 a month. That's just to get into the market. We're not talking about profit. We're not talking about just simple branding. 1,800. That's just for that particular one thing that you guys see. And we have like 4 episodes that you haven't even seen yet. The DJ gets paid like $250. The lights are like $100. Got to pay Nacello to come in to set it up. That's another whatever. All right. Then the guy back there, you see, that's Satati. He spends all week editing the stuff, just so that people can see that show for free, just to see if we can get people serious in the region to want to give their music to start this mixtape industry there in this business. That's just that. We're not talking about, and if you don't have that kind of money to lose to do things, sometimes you just can't do that. And let me say this: good vibration. I didn't know anything about them begging or anything. I didn't know that. It was just recently brought to my attention that someone said that in the comment section. I thought they were doing very well. I guess when I'm on their live stream, they're doing very well. So I figured that they get a lot of views. I have no idea what they're begging people for. I've seen that, but that has nothing to do with me. I keep seeing that in the comment section. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with them. I just know I'm a big fan of their channel, and that's it. All right. What I'm talking about here is me. So you talking about that stupid shit doesn't matter. So tangibly, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have a good amount of money coming in to even survive in the market. All right? That's just the truth. Otherwise, you're not going to do very well. So it's important. Let me say this. As far as African Americans coming back to the continent, I want to say something to you guys, and this is going to be for me as an African American. If you come to the continent of Africa and you're a person that comes and you struggle, all right, you're not doing very well. What happens is, and this is you embarrass our people. Okay, this is what I'm saying. So when you come here and you fail, you make us look bad. All right, I'm not being mean or anything. You make us look bad. Whatever stereotypes that people had about us before, and you come in and you fail because you were not legal, you didn't prepare, all of these things. What people are going to be like is, wow, you came from the richest country in the world and you came here and you couldn't make it. That makes me cringe a little bit. I'm sorry. It does. And it also gives the indication that the people that come to the continent of Africa are the worst of our people, not the best. That bothers me. Because when the other groups of people go to America, a lot of times they're sending their best to their people. All right. So what I want for our people that are African Americans is I want people to be successful when they come. I don't want people to do. I don't want people to close the door on other African Americans that are serious. And it breaks my heart. If you come to the continent and you don't do very well, it hurts my feelings because I do this out of my heart. So it's important that we follow the guidelines. All right. How do people get citizenship in Africa in groves? When you have a group of people that are coming in, performing, doing well, all you do is open up the door for others. The Chinese do it, the Indians do it. We're going to be no different. Okay. If our group comes in and performs, the Diaspora groups come in and perform very well, it opens up the door for other people. Hence Ghana. All right. That's why Ghana is doing the Youre return. They've been pushing the initiatives. Why? Because those African Americans had to go to Ghana and they had to actually perform. All right. They had to go to Ghana and do things. They had to go and build schools. They had to go and build businesses. They had to go and meet the requirements. All right. This is what they had to do. They did not go there and they was complaining about it. They had to go there and do stuff. All right. Any African country that you're going to do great things. If you're a person that's not retired and you need to earn money and you need to make money, you're going to be working. You're probably going to be working for yourself. Okay. And you're going to have to develop yourself and develop other people. If you're going before you retire. All right? It's not easy and it's difficult. Okay? But it can get easier when you have network of people that can help you and you have infrastructure and you have resources. That's the only reason why I'm here. It's to give those resources to people that want them. Because what I was doing before is I wasn't even active on this channel. I was just producing the content on it, and I don't think the content was so fulfilling. So, guys, please don't ask me random questions right now. And I'm not trying to be mean. I have a stream. I'm not taking questions right now. Because if I gotta stop and do what I'm looking at, no, it's gonna miss my train of thought. So please don't ask me questions. So again, the countries are being, in my opinion, more than willing to work with you, especially in East Africa. Kenya, Uganda, and Rwanda, very lenient. Tanzania is a little bit more strict. ECOWAS, Ghana, your return, better return with $500K. $250,000. All right? From what I've been told. The mindset shouldn't be, what about the Chinese? The mindset shouldn't be, what about the Lebanese? The mindset shouldn't be, what about none of that? Those are excuses. Why are you worried about them? You should be worried about you. Okay? When I get up in the morning, I don't worry about the Chinese people being here. I don't care. Doesn't matter. Lebanese people, they're here also. I don't care. Indians here, I don't care. It's not my mindset. I'm not here to worry about other people. Maybe that's what you're here to do. I don't care about that. Every day, I'm up to perform and do very well. That's the only thing I think about. I don't care about anything else. Anything else is stupid to me. I'm here to do what I'm here to do. I'm here to be successful. I'm here to work and produce. That's it. Okay? A lot of you guys are here worried about other people. Why? Why are you not worried about what you're supposed to be doing? Worry about what you should be doing. Because the Chinese are not worried about you. The Lebanese are not worried about you. They're not worried about the diaspora. They're not worried about who's getting achievement. Don't worry about those things. You should be worried about what you're supposed to be doing. Why do you want to come to Africa and why into the continent? What drives you here? That's what drives you to be here. Nothing else. All right? A lot of our people are worried about the wrong things. I'm sorry, I'm going to be blunt. But if you have that attitude, you're going to do very bad. You're going to perform very poorly. You'll be the laughing stock and you will fail. That's the bottom line. Every day I get my ass up at 1 o'clock in the morning. I have to set my whole work day for the whole workflow. I got to go out and make commitments. People don't answer their emails. I got to go knock on their door. Just like Expat Assist. I had to go knock on the door. I paid $7 in Design Hub. I sent her a message on Facebook. She wouldn't answer. I went, knocked on the door. Why? Because I'm serious. All right. This is what you need to do. If you're not serious, you're not going to do very well. Okay. It takes a very serious person. You can do very well here or you cannot, but you're going to have to be serious and black people are going to have to stop worrying about the Chinese and what they're doing. Now, I know that I post videos on that for reactions and to use teachable moments, but you're going to have to come to Africa with the mindset of what can I do to change the culture and why am I here? And with that mindset, you can do very well. But if you're not minding your business, you're not going to do well. And I'm going to tell you like that. The people that talk like that, you're not serious. What's up, Brother Franklin? You're not serious. So I'm going to tell you, I don't even want you on my channel. I really don't. To be quite honest, I don't. I don't want you here. I do not want complainers over here. And I do not want whiners, especially grown-ass men, crying about $50,000. Especially if you're a man, you need to find a way to go get the goddamn money. That's it. I expect some of that crybaby talk from women, but I just don't. I'm seeing black men complaining about what they should be doing, and here's the situation: guys like you can't be in Africa. I'm sorry, we got too many weak men out here. I have to say it. Men are supposed to make things happen. Either you're gonna do it or you're not. That's it. If you're not, sit your ass on the side of the road and let somebody else come in and do it. $50,000 is not a lot of goddamn money for what they're asking for. If it takes you a year to do it, if it takes 2 years to do it, or 3 years, then just take the time that you need to do it. That's all. And the only way that black people can do well is this war that you're fighting. It's an entrepreneurial war. It's an economic war. You cannot win the war that we are in with debates, with making points, with talking about what Israel's doing, with all of that jibber jabber bullshit. That doesn't work. Can you produce? Yes or no? That's all people want to know. I don't want to hear about that. Well, the Israel does this, or the China shouldn't be doing this. Or are you producing? Yes or no? End of story. Don't give me your damn speeches. Are you producing? Yes or no? That's the only thing that people want to hear out of the black man's mouth. And the reason why I'm talking about that is because I see a lot of the comments coming from men, which astonishes me. It makes me feel bad. Are you producing? Yes or no? If you're not producing, then it's not for you. It's not. $50,000 needs to be in your account to get a small business registration in Uganda. I heard the same thing in Kenya. And if you want an investor's license, it's $100,000. Get the money or sit down. That's it. People are going to want productive people in their countries that have some form of showing that they've done something with themselves. Quite naturally so. Let me say this. If you were a black man out there or a black woman out there, don't you want your child to be married to somebody that has shown that they're capable? Like, would you want your daughter or your son married to somebody that didn't go to college for the most part, that didn't show that they were able to save money, that they were fiscally responsible, that they knew what they were doing? Would you then say, well, you know what? That person's black. All you got to be is black. As long as they're black. No, you know what? Africa don't need to have no standards. Long as they are black. That's all that matters. As long as they're black, okay? You just bring me home by somebody black. You're not going to ask, well, what does he do? What does she do? You know, what are their habits? What does their family habits are? That's what Africa's asking you. Do you have $100,000 that shows me that at least you've done X, Y, and Z with your life? You can at least manage money to do this and that. That's all they're doing. And what they're doing is not much. They're just asking this because they want standards of people coming in that they're going to give almost citizenship to. Because what? Investor's license is the next thing from citizenship. If you have an investor's license, you're not even paying taxes. Thank you, Brother Fabian. You're not paying taxes. And you guys are arguing with me about this. How much more willing to work with you can they be? That means if you put $100,000 into Uganda, you're not paying taxes. Can you do that in America or the UK? No. And again, you are right. However, I'm Israeli and was thinking of the talented youth that are poor and can afford it. Should they be able to move too? If you're Israeli, go talk to the Israelis, bro. Why are you over here? Let me time you out. Like, this is not for you. Go somewhere else. Go to the Israel chat. All right. If you're Israeli, nothing wrong with Israeli, but you should be on that stream. This is about Africa, so I'm sorry. What's up, HHA Business Pro? Thank you. So, guys, this is what we need to do. We need to stop complaining about what the countries are doing. What countries are doing now. Keep in mind, I want to talk to you about this. You can come to the continent and you can stay for 90 days, and you can leave for a day and come back. So let's talk about that. I'm only going to be here for 20 minutes. I have things to do. All right. And like I said, on this channel, I don't kiss ass. I'm sorry. The reason why I don't kiss ass is I don't take y'all's money. Okay. I refuse to kiss your ass on this channel. I will not do it. I say what I feel. I'm not get the donations up, none of that shit. I don't give a fuck about any of that. All right. On here, I'm just telling the people how I feel. And if you don't like it, you can go. That's it. That's how I deal. I don't deal anywhere with black people. I'm just dealing like that. We need this kind of stuff. That's it. I don't kiss ass and hate family, all that. No. It's straight down the hatch. All right. Thank you for the support. Now, I just want to say this. Most countries will let you come for 90 days, leave. Now, countries in West Africa, Ghana, they have like a 2-year visa. That doesn't mean you can do business there. That means that you can come and have Liberia has a 2-year visa. You can just get in and out of the country for 2 years. That's all that means. If you start doing business in Africa without having the visa and people find out and you're making money not paying taxes, eventually you're going to go to jail and you're going to be deported. Eventually. Okay? This is the truth. If you come into the continent of Africa, to any country, and you're doing in a business and people see that you're making money, in a place like the continent where, certain countries where everybody doesn't have money, here you're the American guy, you're the African American woman, and you're making money as a person that's there that's illegal. What are they going to do? Of course, they're going to tell on you. Well, brother, we supposed to be all black. Come on now. Some of y'all don't even like it when the African community come in the African American community and take the things that we supposed to have, right? So how do you think they're going to feel? If you come to Lagos, Nigeria, and you set up something and it makes a lot of money, and with 17 million people in Lagos, and you're not there legally, they're going to put you out. You're going to be brought up on some charges. So you need to make sure that in order for you to really track your contribution needs to be registered with the country. For instance, I can say, well, I helped certain people out, but until I register what I'm doing, I can't say that I've contributed to the country because they can't track it. All right. If I'm a person that's registered, and let's say I give $5,000 to a charity, then they can say, okay, this particular guy who is with BrandonBradley.com or something, this guy is giving $5,000 to the country. He's a registered in the country as a business. Frank Lean gave 10,000 pounds or whatever. Okay, so we can track his accomplishments. He's legal. His accomplishments for this. So when you're legal, all you do is make the case for yourself for citizenship in the future, because what you're doing is tracked by the government. You're paying taxes, you're bringing development. They can see these things. That's why you want to be legal, so they can see it. All right? Please, I'm pleading with you. Like, don't make this harder than it should be. This is very fucking easy. Okay, you should want to be legal because you should want to be whatever you're doing in developing, whatever you're doing. Your people are doing good. You've created a business that's a good service industry. You want to be recognized for that. So of course you can do that when you're legal. You also make the case to get introduced to more government officials to do things. You make it better for yourself, brother Kevin Perkins. I disagree, O'Shea. If you black, you should not have to have $80,000 to repatriate to Africa or even for a business. How many of you people agree with him? Because the brother is being respectful. So how many people agree with him? And I think this is good because This is what we need to talk about today. For real, I have 15 minutes left. If you agree, press 1. It's fine. As long as you don't talk shit to me, I'm okay with it. If you agree, press 1. Okay, so let me tell you this. If you don't have $50,000, what kind of business can you start? How good is that business? Let's talk about that. You got to pay your rent for a year or 3 months. You're going to have enough money for equipment for that business. Okay. You're going to need to pay for that business to do well, the staff, the hiring. If you have less than $50,000, you're already broke. All right. Now, for the argument that is that African Americans have been taken away from Africa and should deserve citizenship, I won't argue with you guys on that. I understand that perspective, but you're just not going to do very well with that little bit of a money. Usually, you're not going to do very well. That's the truth. Okay. What I'm only trying to do is help you. Exactly, Jay Sean. And if this happens, if Europeans move to America, they get a green card, something like that. But when white Americans go back to Europe, they have to go. They have to spend money. All right. You just don't know how much it costs to operate here. A person that writes this, and the brother is not being rude or anything, but he just doesn't understand how this works. All right. This is the person that's probably never been here or lived here. All right. African Americans have enough money to do whatever they want. African Americans taking trips everywhere. I know that because y'all are my people. I know y'all. So you can't lie to me. You can pull shit on everybody else but me. I'm one of you. So I know how we are. Jordans come out, y'all got money for that. Weaves, money for that. Sandals, money for that. Trips, money for that. Vegas trips, money for that. Stop playing with me, y'all. All right. And what I'm trying to tell people is this. It's not that you need $50,000 up front. What I'm going to tell you is this. Keep gaining information about which country you want to go to. Give it some time. The $50,000 is something on the back end. All right. I'm trying to tell you that Africa wants to work with us. All right. The continent is trying to work with us, family. All right. I got to get my ass up in the morning and try to do some more shit. But I'm not going to do this shit if y'all going to be talking shit to me about this goddamn money. I'm very irritated. Okay. It's not a rush, family. This is something the community is being built. People are coming in, sharing their experiences. We're trying to give brothers and sisters more opportunities to get into some kind of business, the gig economy. I have a video coming out on that. All right. You can, you can earn from home in this new age. COVID-19 is opening up new different ways of doing things. All right. It's possible that you may be able to earn just in the African content spaces, the business spaces, just from home until you're getting to come to Africa. That's where it's going right now. So you don't even have to invest anything right now. But the most important thing that you might want to invest is your time in learning the information. Each country is different. Okay. You might spend $100 on a consultation. You might start building an online community around what you're trying to do. Things like that. Then you visit. Okay. Then you get more information. You come back. Then you work, you visit again. So listen, the $50,000 or $100,000 thing is really the least thing Because you can have $500,000 and still lose. It's just about knowing what you want to do. And the brothers on the content space, like Brother Franklin, me, okay, I'm going to start the Repat Development League. It's no charge to people, okay? I'm going to bring in everybody I can to give information on what are some of the challenges you can overcome. The community is trying to work with the brothers and sisters who are interested in whatever country you're trying to go to, all right? But you got to get over this whole thing because you have to find talent, okay? Let me tell you this. Talent is the most important thing in any business. Talent is the most important thing in sports business, okay? If you have less than $15,000 to start a business, how can you hire somebody that's talented? Because you need to have a budget. So what you're going to do, the first 3 or 4 months, the business may take 2, 3, or 4 years to develop before you can make money. If you only have $15,000, $15,000 cannot last 2 or 3 years. It just can't do it. Okay, it just can't. This is not feasible. And we don't need to have people out here poor and struggling and, and then the next thing is going to be like, well, man, all those African Americans, they go over to Africa and they start begging for money. They start asking for money. That's what y'all going to be saying next. Man, why they can't do this? Well, okay, well, this is what I'm saying. We need to get out of this negative attitude towards African countries for making the investor, especially the East African Union, $100, $100,000, family, $50,000 minimum. Some of you can have a side hustle that earns $1,000 in a month, $2,000 in a month. All right. There's people that get into the business, doesn't do well for the first year, and maybe you might want to learn the business. You might want to start part of the system of the business before you even come, because you want to hit the continent with some momentum. You don't want to just come here with $100,000. Shout out to our brother Urban Creatives. I got some that he edits for us also. He's from Kenya. You just don't want to come here without any momentum. All right. The main thing for us in the community is giving momentum to our people. So you come here, you know what you want to do, you've kind of figured it out. You have markets, you have an idea, you can penetrate that, you can partner with people on the ground. You can partner people. We're trying to get the research for people to do that. But you're gonna have to make your mind up that you're gonna work your ass off to clear your debts. You're gonna save your money, and you're gonna do what you need to do to get here. It don't have to be a 1-year plan. It could be a 5-year plan. It could be a 10-year plan. But you're gonna have to work with that plan. A lot of people are speaking from an intellectually lazy point. You cannot be intellectually lazy when you take a risk like Africa. We need a video of profitable businesses in Uganda. Do you? I've already made the video already. What did the lady tell you? What are the 2 biggest industries in Uganda? Expat assist. Go watch that video. Communications and technology. Oh, shout out to keep bringing the heat, O'Shea. Be encouraged. Fabian, African millennial, $2,000. I don't know who did that, but whoever did that, that's I wouldn't recommend that also. A1 black man ADOS. Thus, automatic and dual citizenship for repatriating ADOS until Africa acknowledges that melanin diaspora have retained their African legacy. Diaspora investments can only be viewed as business. Well, I mean, I don't disagree with the premise that you guys are talking about. But again, the same problem that we have as the African American community in voting, the sense of entitlement has to go. Okay? I'm going to tell you this. Do I feel like for my efforts that I should be given like residency or citizenship, I would argue there are few YouTubers in the space on the ground. And this is before I even was creating content in Africa. I've been working behind the scenes with embassies. I've worked with the African community abroad. I've been doing it. People just didn't know about it. Do I think that for my efforts, I deserve citizenship or a residency? You goddamn right. But do you know what? I don't think most of you have put the blood, sweat, and tears that I've put into this. I don't have it. Why? I haven't earned it yet. Okay. I can be upset about it. I can say, well, the Chinese got this. No, I don't say that. That's not my attitude. My attitude is I have this that I'm trying to do. I'm going to do it. I don't worry about the other stuff. They have requirements. I need to meet them. That's that. This is not about emotion. It's not about feelings. It's not about any of that. Once we get in to producing and partnering people more so on the continent, then you come in as a power move and say, okay, now for the rest of our people, we want this because of the work that we've done. All right. So some of us have to open the doors for other people. Okay. Matovo, thank you. So this is what we have to do. Unfortunately, these are where the rules are, especially from us. If you're trying to go to East Africa, if it makes you feel any better, the Ugandan diaspora, they go through the same shit too. If it makes you feel better. So if you're African American and you feel like, oh man, this is ludicrous, this is whatever. Okay, even with them that have citizenship, Nigerians, Uganda, everybody has it tough. Okay, for the most part. So it's not like Ugandans that live in where is Boogie Talks at? He has it rough if he wants to do stuff here. Like you Africans don't have it so tough, easy. Okay, so if it makes you feel any better, they have tough times getting. I get emails all the time from Ugandans who are living in Switzerland, Ugandans in Sweden, Ugandans in Norway, Ugandans in LA, and they're asking me, "Yo, bro, how'd you do that?" All right. African diasporans are having difficult times also. Okay, so brothers and sisters who are even from the countries are going through the same thing that you're going through. We all have to meet these things. This is why the whites and the Chinese are winning, because they have this mindset. We gotta leave the fact out like, oh well, I'm black, I'm supposed to. No. Unfortunately, the Pan-African parts of you are gonna have to meet your financial obligations and your development obligations. That's a part of what's going to have to happen. And brothers and sisters are going to have to get with that. You know, if you're in America, you're in a good spot because you can at least, there's 1,000 ways to make money in America. There's not 1,000 ways to make money like that, 1,000,000 ways to make money like that in Uganda or Kenya. The market is not even ready for a lot of things yet. But if you're in America and you're in the UK, you have an advantage. The sister says right here, you can create a business here, then transfer it there. There's lots of ways. Perfect. A lot of you can start a business in America and keep that same business idea going in Uganda, Kenya, whatever. Now, brother asked, brother, what's the African, brother Sadrak? I don't know. All those questions, consultations, expat assist, things like that. I would rather you consult with them. And I can tell you right now, the biggest booming business online right now is African content, service industry, African content. It's $1 billion business, meaning that all you need is an internet, and a laptop and a podcast account or a blog. Right? If you're able to solve problems with people online, like one sister said, well, I want to invest in a startup, but I don't want to start it. Where do I go? That was the best business I ever heard. Why don't you find out all the African startups and countries and create a directory for that as a service industry and connect with those people and build that community? That's a perfect business. Expat Assist was a business started because it was too hard to get the information about Uganda to get all those things in a one-stop shop. The lady got so frustrated she started a business based on Expat Assist. Now that business is thriving. I was there because I spent a lot of money with them. So literally, you can come into the market by solving problems for the country with no investment and build on that until you get here. Literally, that's the biggest opportunity right now. Social media content creation and service industry stuff right there about Africa, because there's only 5% of content about Africa going out right now. We have limited information on Malawi. We have limited information on Botswana. Because guys, if you want me to go all over the continent and do that, I will. But the money's going to go to me. Then I'll continue to get more richer. And then I'll be talking more shit to you every day. So why don't you get into these things? Okay? Get into these things and start solving issues and start training our people to solve issues for us as we're trying to go back. And then you might be able to get the $100,000 by going back. Governments need your help. Let me tell you what I mean. There are 54 countries in Africa. I know a lot of brothers and sisters ain't looking to really work with the Morocco, Algerias, and the Morocco, the Algerias, the Egypt of the world. Okay, Mauritania's got it. But what about some of you brothers and sisters who like tourism? Okay, you can create things for the tourism boards. Do not work to promote their stuff. They're not social media content creators. Okay, just like the Dr. Harnett, she worked with the Tanzania Investment Authority, the Kenyan Investment Authority, the Rwandan Investment Authority. Okay, Brother Dartavian, good to see you, brother. You can do that. You can create a platform that connects the information to these people out. All right, there are many people that are looking for these questions, and you can solve these questions. And then you can be the go-to. A lot of our countries are Namibia. We don't know a lot of stuff about these countries. South Africa. So why don't you start solving these questions for these things in these countries? We need help. We need more people actually giving more of a directory. I'm in Uganda. All right. So Uganda is what I'm doing. And Uganda is hard because Uganda is huge. You got the north of Uganda. You have the eastern Uganda. So why don't people start to solve the problems for these other countries? It could be Uganda, also it could be Kenya. So the more you do that, that's the economy that you can eat off of. O'Shea, can you do a list for all the East African countries on the requirement of starting a business there? This is what I'm talking about. Why do I need to do that? No, I'm not going to do that. You should do that. And you should start a business on how to do that. Okay? Because you want to know the information, you should do it. I've done Uganda. I'm not doing all the other countries. You do it. Not to be rude, but some of y'all, if you start answering your own questions, now you have the money to do what you need to do. So we need to get our people to get on board and start to solve these questions for our people to create the service industry. This is the truth. I'm trying to help you. All the questions that you have, you can solve these things yourself. Y'all are smart. You're not dumb. So why are you asking me to do it? You can do this. You can do it. You can be passionate about it. You can create something for yourself and other people. instead of relying on me to do it. I don't have time for y'all every day like that. I just don't. Okay? I'm not going to do it. Don't ask me. The answer is no. You do it. You do it. In fact, I'm thinking about not even posting on here for a whole month, just so I think I'm making it too easy for y'all. So I just so, and the reason why I'm saying it is because family, we're bullshitting too much. All right, we're really bullshitting a little bit too much. This is unacceptable. It's really sad. So let me do this. I'm gonna give expat assist number here. Now, again, I'm not being rude. I'm not being mean. Hey Fiona, how you doing, baby? I'm not being mean, but some of y'all need to stop being so goddamn lazy. It's a shame. You don't have to be rude about it. Well, yes, I do. You can take it as being rude. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. How you feel, I don't care. Is that rude enough for you? Is that really rude? Better than ever? How rude was that? So, here's the phone number, brothers and sisters. Here is what you can do to contact. Goddamn mosquitoes. Got his ass too. So here is expat assist number. Okay, so let me do this. For those of you that can't see it, it's plus 256 7. I'll give you Tina's phone number. Please do not message her tonight because it's 8 o'clock here. So let me do this. And guys, if you think I'm rude, I'm sorry. I'm trying to be nice. I didn't call anybody any curse words today. So, that's better than what I usually do. So, I don't know. Maybe I should be nice and ask for money. Would you like me to do that? Would that help me get some money from y'all? I will still talk shit to you anyway. So let me do this. Brothers and sisters, Sister Tina's phone number on X, and please do not call her tonight. Let me see. She may be up, but y'all don't be just. Y'all know how brothers and sisters would be. Just hey, how you doing? Remember that it's 8 o'clock here in Uganda. Okay, this is her WhatsApp number. It's okay, Usha, you being bipolar. No, I'm not. I'm just tired of. I'm tired of y'all. You should care better than ever. I don't really care. I just don't. Thank you, Brother Joshua. I don't. So, Karen is me getting out, doing these damn interviews and getting this information for your ass. That's actually Karen. Didn't have to be nice to you. That's Karen. I can be nice to you and not give a damn about your ass. That will be fake. So the work that I do on this channel is actually caring, because I could be fake. So I'm just giving it to you real, brother. All right. Inbox Black Media. We are looking to partner with local talents to create local local talents to create local content. Any advice in regards to hiring wages? How good are they? So I want to talk about this. Okay, so partner with local talent. This is important. Are they, number one, if you're creating with local content with people, are you now, brother? Is this local content in Uganda or is it local content in is it Kenya or is it Uganda? Let me know. Where is it in Uganda? Because top talent, if they're good and they know they're good, you gotta if you want them to work with you, what's the reason do you give for working with you? That's what I'm looking at. So why should they work with you? Okay. Now, what you could do is, let's say if you're looking for a videographer. If some in Uganda, okay. Well, if it's somebody skilled like a videographer, photographer, somebody at a media house. So here in Uganda, you have NTV, you have Urban TV, you have MBS, and some other stations. So maybe you find out how much does video editors make at NTV a month, MBS a month. I think what I've heard here is somewhere between like $300 to $400. So if a person is really good, maybe $300 to $400 is what you can get. Okay. But if they're really good, then you have to pay them what they want, what you can afford. If it's presenter or something like that, that's not expensive. But guys who are like videographers, if they know they're good, you have to pay. So why should they do it with you? All right, that's the thing. The more talented they are, the more you need to pay. Dima is in Russia, for example. Okay, Dima makes all my thumbnails. When I wasn't making any money on Kangana, Dima was getting like $900 a month, $1,000 a month. So that just lets you know what at what rate my main guy here gets. So we'll just leave it at that. If they're really good, pay. All right. You ask them, I would do, what are you looking to get? What's fine? I would ask them that. But I always cover food. I cover transport. That's for all my people. I cover their food, their transport. We could talk a little bit more offline with that. But what I want to see, you can send me an email. For the people that are the people that I could tell you like this. This is why having money is good. Anybody seen for example, hey Doreen, I want to just prove it to you guys. Have you seen the Club Kangana episode? Let me just show it to you. We're gonna watch it together. Not all of it, but we're gonna watch it. All right. Want to show you guys something. We're gonna turn the music off. We're gonna watch the Club Kangana together, right? So you guys see the detail that it takes to edit this. All right. I'm just saying. So we had the RGB lights in the background, the lights in the background. This one episode takes about five days to edit. Okay. Black and white color goes back to that color, the real color, those effects. That takes a long time. All those multiple different video angles, that takes a lot of time to do it. Even the local TV stations don't produce like this. You think somebody's going to do this stuff for $200 a month, $300 a month? No. All right. This person that does this, they get their rent paid, they get their internet paid, they get their food paid. I just bought them a PC, all right, and a monitor. In fact, let me show y'all. Well, no, I look at my community tab. All right, so this person right here, package might be like $1,200 or $1,300 a month, $1,500 a month, sometimes $2,000. Okay, because this is what you get. Because when you see all those, you see how much time that is. Nobody's doing that type of shit. All right, that's why you need to have talent. Talent goes a long ways on the continent, family. A lot of you brothers don't understand this. That's what talent does. The lady herself, the talent in the thing, that's $250. Get her makeup done, we got to pay for that. The setup done, got to pay for that. All right? So this is what we're talking about. That's Adobe Premiere. So this is why when you have a business here and you want your business to be successful, you need money. And you need to be good. All right? That's why I'm trying to tell people is come with your best foot forward. I'm trying to beg brothers and sisters to do that. Like as the Black community, for those of you who feel like you're coming back home to Africa, come back home with your best foot forward. One of the things that I told my mom when I left Sacramento, I would not come back the same. Some of y'all want to come back to Africa dusty. Some of y'all want to just come back to not to be dusty. All right? I'm sorry. You should have more respect for yourself than that. You're coming back to Africa. It means take Africa serious. A lot of you brothers don't take it serious. When you come to the continent, you should want to put your best foot forward. You put your best foot forward. Some of y'all don't do it in the States. But if you're not going to put your best foot forward when you come back here. You give your best effort, all that you have. When you're talking about coming back to the continent of Africa, I don't care if you're African American or Caribbean or from the Uganda diaspora. When you come back here, you put your fucking best foot forward. You don't want to come, y'all want to come back here to do nothing. Come back here to do less. How are you going to get people to want to work with you and you ain't got no money? You want the hookup culture? You're not going to get far with that. And we got to start telling our people that shit doesn't work. That's why a lot of our business don't get supported. We got to get out of that mindset. We have to get out of that mindset, family. We got to get out of that mindset. We got to get out of that mindset until we're going to put our best foot forward. That's the only way that race is going to move forward. The Black race cannot move forward with half-assed people. It cannot be moving forward with dustiness. We have to put our best foot forward. That's the only way we're going to do better. It's the only way. There is no other way but the best effort. And we got to stop bullshitting. Some brothers and sisters got to get out of that mindset. Oh, because Africa is third world, they don't deserve your best. You cannot give your best with $10,000. You cannot give your best with $15,000. Because you wouldn't want your daughter getting married to no man that all he had was $5,000 to his name. You wouldn't want to do that. So now you want to talk about coming back to your home. Have pride in yourself and what you're going to be doing. How are you going to compete with these people? People coming over here with billions of dollars, family. Billions of dollars. I'm pleading with the brothers and sisters out there. Work with us. The content creator community, work with us. Work with us. I'm going to go out tomorrow and talk to branding company. And a lot of these things I'm paying out of my own pocket. I don't ask anybody to pay for shit for me. All right? But we got to have the right mindset. So I don't mind going out partnering with the people that can do it, but we gotta we have to start thinking the right way. The mind has to change first. Because when you're competing against people that are very that let's just be honest. On the continent of Africa, yes, you do have dusty people of other races that are here leaving illegally. But that's not what you're going to be doing. You don't want to be worried about what people are doing illegally. You don't worry about that. You're I can tell you about the Safe Boda guys. Safe Boda guys, I want to show you guys something. Safe Boda. I won't let you know who you're competing against. When you're talking about you want $15,000, I'm gonna tell you who you're competing against. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna tell you who you competing against. Since you guys don't believe me, I'm gonna tell you who you competing against. So you want to know who you competing against? Let's find out. And so don't say I didn't warn you, but let's find out. I want you brothers and sisters to know when you talk about you want to fuck around, this is who you're competing against. Okay? Look at this guy, Alistair Sussock. Let me read his bio. Passionate about building a company that provides a real solution to a market failure. Oxford economics grad. Stop the show. Oxford. Okay? Not Hotep University. Not Pan-African YouTube University. Not that that's bad or anything. But this is a person from Oxford. Oxford is on the same level as an Ivy League school. Okay? Let's continue to read. The region as an economic advisor to the Rwandan government, consultant for the Dahlberg Global Development Advisors in 1 Acre Fund in Ethiopia. Stop. So let's look at this real quick. You're competing against a guy who went to Oxford. He advises to African governments, and he consults development advisors in hedge funds, probably. Okay? So this person is not only very bright, this person has experience. This person also has access to capital of people that he's working with to invest in his things. Do you understand that? This is a person that's already very bright. He has experience, and he has people that have money that can invest in what he's doing. And he has a network. The other guy, Maximum. Being from a family of race car drivers, safety is always a concern. In Uganda, getting on a boda without a helmet is an option. Belgian, finance and economics graduate with a lengthy experience with the 1 Acre Fund in Rwanda and Deloitte in mergers and acquisitions in Brussels. Now, everybody knows Deloitte is a huge company. So both of these guys were working in Rwanda together as top level guys from European universities. Now, the guy in the middle is a Ugandan. He was a driver. But what I'm telling you is this. The people who are really doing well here, you're competing against people who are very bright, number one. Okay? Very intelligent people. Not only are they very intelligent, they have experience in high-level fund management. And they work with government policies. They consult governments. All right? And they have access to investors. So you're talking about competing against a guy like this when you have $10,000. You can't compete with a guy like this. This guy typically is much smarter than you, has more access than you. I'm not saying that he has the more potential than you. I'm saying that based off his his collegiate academic accomplishments. So how are you going to compete against somebody like this? How? On what level? What chance do you have? A lot of y'all don't want to hear that. What chance you got? The guy gonna smoke you every chance. All right? You have absolutely no way to beat him. Zero. You're talking about heavyweights coming here. Guys who have Harvard degrees, guys who are smart, guys who are very, 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 very intelligent. So you're going to come here with that bullshit? You better stop playing. You better be very serious. You're dealing with people who work 17 hours straight, 18 hours straight. They're not on their phone fucking around. They're not watching YouTube videos and shit. These people come to play. All right? They are gunners. So you want to come to the continent with $10,000, $15,000, and a guy like that who has probably $1 million already and a network, and he understands the market and all this, you can't fucking compete with a guy like that. Goddamn mosquitoes. You can't. That guy's going to beat you every time. He has a whole network. You're coming over here with nobody. You don't know anybody over here. And you talking about you should be able to come back and do something because you don't have a chance to get somebody like that. That guy's going to smoke you every fucking time. You have no chance. Guy's been on the continent for 10 years. Government officials know him. He can walk right in. You don't know anybody like that. So a lot of you get mad at me for what? I'm telling you the fucking truth. So I'm just saying this out of love. You can romanticize Africa all you want, and it's great. I'll romanticize Africa again. But listen, you need to really depend on the community because the whites have a community. The whites are going to work together. They have contacts back in London. They have contacts back in Vermont. Yo, listen, boom. I got Safe Boda app. This is what we're going to do. Here's the proposition. You know, we need a $5 million investment. Boom. They can get a check for $5 million. Only black people think that you don't need that kind of money to do well. Yes, you do. You do. You need every advantage that you can fucking get. So we need to start setting expectations for the black people who want to come back to the continent. You have to know what you're doing. Because the people that are coming, the people that are coming over, the whites, the Asians, the whatever, they're sending their people that have connections. All right. The African Americans, unfortunately, we don't have those kind of connections really. Some of us do, many of us don't. So be ready. We need to be ready to compete against people, and we need to be ready to do what to help each other. Because they are going to help each other, and they have funding and they have finance. And the government, I'm sorry, if the government feels that you have a business that can bring in $5 million that can employ people, and you have a $10 million capital, well, what are they supposed to say? Well, nah, you white, so we can't fuck with you. We want to give it to the blacks. We're going to give the African American citizenship who only got $5,000 to their name. Because you feel like you black, you deserve it. No. That's not how the world works. That government, whoever does that, will be out of office next year. If any African country does that and they just let people come back to Africa because you're black and give you citizenship, they'll be out of office next year. You got to bring in people who can produce. And people who can produce are people who went to school to produce or have a history of producing. If you don't have a history of producing, how can you gauge it? When you go to Oxford and you have a degree in finance and economics, if that comes with internships, working with companies, okay, you have a history of showing that you can do this and that. If you're a person that doesn't have that background, how does somebody be able to know that you're going to do what you're going to say you're going to do? You don't have that history. I'm not saying that you can't do that, but you don't have that history. So we need to stop lying to our people about that. Because there's too many people that come out here, and I'm gonna tell you why. You do not hear a lot of the stories of people that go back to America because they're ashamed to tell them. Do you know how many people have went to Africa and have come back? All right. They've come back, family. Why have they come back? They were too embarrassed. They told their families to fuck off. I'm going back to Africa. I'm moving here. I'm moving to Malawi. I'm tired of the white man. Then when the business side of the brain didn't kick in, that, oh, I need to make money. I need to do this and that. Then you go back quietly to the USA and nobody hears about you because you don't want to come out and make a video about it because you couldn't make it. Now you begging to go back to the States. Now you begging to go back to the UK. Your little vlog you had your sandals on and you was, so you don't hear about them. Then all of a sudden they just stop posting on YouTube. That's why. They back in Minnesota. Thank you, Brother Cardero. And what I want to do is make sure that, if you really want to come, then that doesn't happen. And we need to stop having a pejorative attitude towards the East African countries who are trying to work with people. They are trying to work with Black. I can honestly say that. Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, they're trying to work with the diaspora. From what I know. More so than anybody. South Africa, if you want to get an investor's license, $500,000. They ain't gonna argue with you. South Africa, $500,000. And you definitely don't want to go to South Africa doing some illegal shit. You'll get fucked up there. South Africa does not play. You need like 6-7 million rands. No, they're not gonna work with you on that. 7 million off top. That's rand. That's like 500,000. You need that now. They're not playing with you. No. What about no? Uganda, Kenya, 50, 100,000. So y'all gotta stop playing. Come on now. This is the Dapper guys. Listen, put the best. Yes, these non-Black folks come. Yeah, they come to the Capitol. And let me say this, whatever the Carter. It's not that you can't do it. You might be able to get into something because the gig economy is so strong now. And what's happening now, the spaces are people are coming in now and on the online spaces. There's things you can make a $500 a day. All right. $1,000 a day. It's not uncommon. So don't be hard on yourself because you don't have the money right now. All right. Believe in yourself. Believe that you can what? Believe that you can do it. All right. We need to start believing in our people. You don't have the money right now. Times are hard right now. You got some debt right now. You can get the money. Okay. You can get the money by catering your services to Black folks. Trust me. You can get the money. It's not a problem. So you got to start believing in it. Think positive. You can get the money in an account. It might take you some time. You can get it. You might have to work a little bit harder, do this, whatever. You can get it. So, and you don't have to pay that, but you're going to have to show that money. So guys, listen, I got to get out of here. All right. What up, Brother Nelson? So, I have another video we're posting today. Tomorrow, I'll be posting on the community tab. I'm gonna try to make a video with a brand company here. What are they called? Let me see here. There's a brand. Yeah. There's I'm gonna put some questions, some things you want me to ask about how some of the better brands run. What are some things they do? Give you brothers an idea. So me and Jonita will go up there probably tomorrow, and we'll probably shoot the next day. So I'll put the questions on the community tab. What it is that you want us to ask, you can put the question just like last time. Put the question in the comment. I'll pick like 10 questions. We will read those questions in the comment. I'm the only person that does that. That means if I go meet with somebody that's a brand or whatever, if you put the question on there like I did last time, press 1 if you saw me do that. I'll actually read the question. Okay? I'll actually read it. Like while I'm there. We read it, we go back, we snag that comment, we put it in the video in Adobe Premiere, we read it. So we're gonna do that. I'll put the look out for the community tab, family. You go vote on the community tab, and then for the question for the brand, how to start the brand, what do you need, how do you grow the brand, all of that. Put the questions you want me to ask to this company, and I will read those questions live. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that all the time. So we're trying to interact with the people to give the best information. All right. But guys, please don't disrespect the countries. Don't disrespect Uganda. Don't disrespect Kenya or Rwanda. They are doing a great job trying to lower the standard to get people from the diaspora in there, in my opinion. They're especially Uganda. Uganda is really trying to work with people. Like Uganda is really like, what you got? All right. They can't just let the integrity of their country go to nothing and let anybody in for zero. They can't just do that. All right. Because then you ain't gonna have no respect for it. So guys, I'm out of here. Peace.